You ever look in the mirror and think, how the hell did I get here? How did I become this guy? Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're tired all the time. You're short-tempered. You're disconnected from your purpose. You're out there pretending everything's fine, but deep down, inside, you're dying. I've been there. Back in 2022, I was in the triple digits, 105 kilos, bloated, sluggish, scrolling mindlessly, eating like a child, skipping workouts, basically just ghosting my goals. I'd wake up at 9 a.m, feeling like I hadn't slept, grab Uber Eats before 10 a.m, scroll Instagram, watching everyone else win, while I sat there watching my life fade away. And look, I'd lie to myself. I'll get back on track next week. I'll start Monday. But the thing is, Monday never came. My confidence tanked. I stopped speaking up. Started dressing down. Oversized shirts just to hide the weight, thinking, if it's got essentials on there, I'll be sweet. I stopped looking at people in the eye. And the worst part, I stopped respecting myself. It wasn't one big moment, it was a bunch of small ones stacked on top of each other. Like trying to tie my shoes and getting out of breath. Avoiding the beach, I used to love summer, but shit didn't hit the same when I just didn't want to take my shirt off. I was getting jealous when I saw lean, confident men walk past with their girl. You see that jealousy? That wasn't hate. That was me. Watching the man I knew I was meant to be, but couldn't access. And one day, I just snapped. I had enough of starting over. I didn't want to be motivated. I wanted to be undeniable. So you know what? I made a decision. It's time to enter rebuild mode. And I didn't just start training again. You see, I built a system that held me accountable when motivation couldn't. I trained every morning, 7 a.m, 6 a.m. sometimes when I was doing, marathon training, even earlier. No negotiation. I tracked my calories daily, every single bite. Walked 10,000 steps at night, no matter what. I was prioritizing my sleep, cold showers, supplements, vitamins, hydration, because it's the little things, the details that truly matter. And I treated my body like a business, high standards, high return on investment. That's when I finally understood that getting jacked wasn't just about the muscle. It was about getting my power back. Because when you look jacked, you just walk different. You talk different. You're moving different. People see it. You might not see it, but they're watching. You feel it. It's not about being a fitness influencer. It's about becoming a force. Fitness, what it did for me is it gave me structure when I had none. Energy when I was drained. More importantly, it gave me back again. And, if you're in your 30s right now, you might be feeling a little bit soft, a little bit fragile, unmotivated, stuck in a loop of just starting over again and again and again. Bro, I see you. I see you. I work with men just like you, men who've fallen off track and are ready to rebuild. Not for the six-pack abs, the washboard type shit, hot cross buns, whatever you want to call it. Not for Instagram aesthetics, likes and all that. But because they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, they're over being a watered down version of themselves. So, if this is hitting, you know what to do. Links in the description. Book a free call. Let's build your structure. Let's rebuild you. Let's get you back to where you need to be, where you want to be. Because, here's the truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your structure. You're not weak. You're not useless. You're just unstructured, untrained. But that's not your destiny, right? It's just your current state. And the good news is, states can change. You see, these days, I'm still not the leanest guy. I still don't have the crazy six-pack abs or fitness model genetics. I'm not out there looking like Mike Thurston. But you know what? I'm 80 kilos, athletic, I move well, I feel sharp. I've got the confidence, the clarity, and the energy that I used to pray for. I'm running ultra marathons these days. I'm doing high rocks events. I've recently started combat training and boxing. I've rebuilt my frame, I've rebuilt my mind, and I've rebuilt my life. And it all started with fitness. So guys, if you're ready to stop pretending, well, the first order of business is start with the body, then the mind, and then your identity. Let's get you out of the rut. Let's get you back to you. So if this resonated, like the video, drop a comment if you've been through a similar season. Even share this with a mate who needs to hear it. And when you're ready to rebuild, my calendar's open. Let's go. Let's get it, let's conquer, and I'll see you guys in the next video.